So he figured like maybe I was placed here. I know I'm gonna get out before the 10, but maybe I was placed here to help some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some friends that know I'm a huge Tory Lanez fan, and they're not Tory Lanez fans, and they hit me with the, you know, if people really with Tory in there, he got 14 times. His people would have looked out for him. They don't care about him. If it was some beef, they got it cleared, and his people set him up.
So everybody's talking about the Tory Lanez situation. We know that his defense team and Anna Paulina, the representative out of Florida, they come with some breaking bombshell information that's total opposite of what the DA talked about. We know that this evidence and information was always there, but it wasn't presented in court. We know that Kelsey got full immunity. We know now that his fingerprints wasn't on the firearm, and they sealed the owner, whoever was the owner of the firearm at the time, they sealed that. So he knew that he didn't do it. We know they hung their thing on the phone call that he made to Kelsey when he apologized, but they were saying that he was only apologizing for sleeping with her and Meg and being part of the cause of the problem, the situation, but never made the phone call in regards to apologizing for discharging a firearm that allegedly was supposed to have hit Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. And we found out that was a lie too. In the video, we found out that she was also capping. Right? Y'all remember this?
What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, you guys are, you know, then I don't think... I really cannot go to jail. Okay. I cannot have that on my image. Okay. So how did that happen to you? Glass. Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. But I'm not from here, so I... Okay. I didn't get shot. Oh, you did it? No, man. I mean, no, sir.
Shooting or anything? That's how we got this bad.
Well, we have the gun here, and then we have other units. They're searching the house where it happened, so that's all we have so far.
So nothing happened in the vehicle.
No, we don't have any casings. No.
Okay, from what you've been told. Okay.
And then there's some cash over. Looks like.
Was the person who got caught with the other people here that you have in handcuffs? Were they all together?
They were all together.
Yes, they were all in the same car.
Okay. And then, do we know how she got cut?
I believe when she stepped down, there's a glass.
She dropped a glass bottle, and then I think she stepped on it and cut herself, getting out of the vehicle.
Okay. So her friends didn't cut her then.
Right.
Well.
Move back. Oh, she put her... Ma'am, do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail?
But with all that being said, right, on the Dancer Project, Wack 100, he went to the Dancer Project and he had a conversation with those brothers over there, and he started by talking about Tory Lanez by saying this.
Now, Tory Lanez just got stabbed up 14 times.
That's my brother.
Tory Lanez is another one of them people when I was coming up. Like, that was one of them.
No, that's
the
my
music
brother, man. I talk to Tory every week. He being there.
We had the only interview with Kelsey. We sat down with her. We spoke to her. She asked me a question in that interview. She said, let me ask y'all a question and flip it on y'all real quick.
It's like 45
Who do you think
minutes
shot her?
And what did you say?
I was like, damn, like, I was like, don't ask me because I'm the honest one. Like, I don't know.
Who did you think shot her?
I said, you.
And where she's at?
Because she was like, you're entitled to your opinion. I was like, but like, based off this conversation, maybe I'm wrong, but.
See, what Tory went wrong, where he didn't go wrong, is when he made that jail call and he told Kelsey that I'm sorry for everything that happened. He wasn't talking about the shooting. He talking about I've been sexting all y'all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about the shooting. If you paid attention, the stylist said, I packed that gun in their bag several times, right? You know, I've been telling y'all for like 6 months to a year, Tory coming back, DNA ain't his. I've been telling y'all that. People think I'm capping. You know, it's a tape out there too, but you know, the parents of the child didn't clear it. But now you got the driver, security guard coming to the table saying, I witnessed her fire 3 shots. Tory jumped out, knocked the gun out of her hand, the gun went off again. But it's 2 DNA tests that says 100% not Tory Lanez, that they never submitted to the defense attorney during the trial.
His confidence through it said a lot to me. Like, he wasn't just regular confident. He's like, I think I could share my opinion, right? I'm an outsider. I always thought that Tory didn't want the label snitch. And he also knew that he did wrong in the fact of I fucked her and I fucked her too. So I ain't trying to do it. I'll be cleared because my shit ain't on that gun. And he was like, let's see what happens.
That's it.
And he got caught.
Yeah, he was like, when the law does its thing, they going to see it wasn't me. But they railroaded him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they tell Tory that he don't like
your citizenship
women.
And all that.
Yeah, he saved a woman's life, Megan, from being killed. And then he stopped a mother from going to jail, Kelsey, right? But talking to Tory when he was in there, he said, Wack, everything happened for a reason. I'm a Canadian dude in a penitentiary in California, but yet I've been able to help dozens of men get back to court on appeals on cases they've been railroading. He said, I think I'm the sacrificial lamb. I was the one needed to come back to this place to help these people who probably need to be free more than me. He said, although I'm locked up, I still make millions of dollars. I'm still cool. My kids are still taken care of, but some of these men in their family won't be good unless they're there.
So Wack 100, you know, he's talking about all of the things, you know, that he was going through since he's been in jail, and maybe that God had in His will for him to be there because he's still making millions of dollars. His family's taken care of. Everybody's good, right? But there's a lot of brothers there, man, that he's able to help, man, and help them get to parole, you know, help them in so many different things, right? But he also gave the play-by-play on how this situation had to come from up top. It didn't come from no low-level people, right? And he talked about the DA and how that's a level 3 yard over there. And it's impossible for it to happen the way that they explained it. This came from something else, right? So he was explaining to the Dancer Project by saying this.
So he figured like maybe I was placed here. I know I'm going to get out before the 10, but maybe I was placed here to help some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
got some friends that know I'm a huge Tory Lanez fan, and they're not Tory Lanez fans, and they hit me with the, you know, if people really with Tory in there, he got stabbed up 14 times. His people would have looked out for him. They don't care about him. If it was some beef, they got it cleared, and his people set him up.
No. That shit came from up higher up. That wasn't no prison shit. That wasn't no yard shit. That wasn't none of that. His appeal was already in. Friday, the defense attorney turns in the statement of the dude identifying Kelsey as a shooter. And Monday, he get hit by a dropout. Let me tell you something. That's a level 3 penitentiary. You have a gun tower. You got 2 correctional officers on the floor. When each wing is unlocked, in order to hit that dude 14 times, it should have been 2 or 3 people on him. It was 1 person on him. The gun tower never shot. It was no correctional officers on the floor. Nobody was there all of a sudden. You right? So I'm listening to Tory dad talking. I believe Tory's covered because most people, he got his lungs punctured.
Yeah.
There's a tape that will be coming out. I had somebody watch the tape that's in there that gave me a description of what they was watching. Another correctional officer, I got a homeboy that worked in one institution, called one of his partners that watched the tape. Dude grabbed Tory's hoodie and started hitting him. Only thing saved Tory's life is he slid out the hoodie. Grab your hoodie, you slid out of it, and when he slid out of it, he started running, and dude was chasing, hitting him, and by that time, correctional officers showed up. Think about it. So where was they all? Where was the COs at when it kicked off? Where was everybody at? You know what I mean? So, he survived it. I don't believe they'll send him back to the penitentiary. I believe if done right, they'll release him probably with an ankle monitor to fight his appeal. Going back to LA County is a threat. You know what I mean? Because if that DA, that case is overturned, Tory's case then becomes case law, case study. Right. And everybody that DA's convicted could come down on appeal. Now we talking about $1 billion lawsuit. Yeah, that's worth getting rid of somebody.
Yeah, right.
We are in America. Underestimate nothing.
Do you think that there's going to be some retaliation inside of that prison?
Definitely. That's just how they go.
Yeah.
The dude that did it, when he gets to the SHU program, they're going to take his life because he didn't complete the task.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, with all that is going on inside of that prison, obviously for Tory Lanez, do you feel like he'll be received well when he comes home? Like, do you think
what? He ain't never about to rap again if you don't want to.
So Wack also talked about, him not going back to that, prison, maybe coming home on house arrest. Now that all this information is coming out, because we still haven't heard from the DA, and the DA firing back to defend these allegations, right? We haven't heard anything. So they asked him, do you think that Megan Thee Stallion will ever apologize to him? And Wack answered that by basically saying, like, listen, man, she can, but that's not going to stop him from owning her catalog. She's going to have to pay him. Right? And then he also said that he don't even believe that she remembered really what happened. She might have been coerced to say certain things, but he also said that he doesn't believe like a lot of the wicked things that's being said about Rock Nation. He said he doesn't believe that it's from Rock Nation. He said he believes that it's from the DA's office. And they're going to have to settle. This thing is going to be a problem, because if they set this as case law or the president, they're going to have to open up a whole bunch of cases that DA handled because of the way that he handled this case. So this could be a problem. So they could see him coming out. They also asked, will he be able to, he wouldn't have to make music no more because he's going to get paid from this. He's going to have movie deals. He's already making millions from his records. So he continued to break this down by saying this.
He got a movie, he got a series, his music, he got a movement. Tory Lanez been already setting up companies while he's been there. They Meg gonna have to pay him. Everybody gonna have to pay him.
Facts. You think Meg would ever get to a place where she could apologize to him for all this shit that happened? Or do you think that the labels are intervening?
Well, Rock Nation takes a hit. They only guilty of supporting their client. That's a fact that I think Meg will get to a point where she'll issue an apology. I'm gonna be real. I don't think Meg even knows what happened that night.
Facts.
I think she was at a level of intoxication that she blacked out.
Yeah. She thinks this is what happened.
Yeah, I don't think she really knows. You know what I'm saying? So we seen her lie. She lied on Gail's show. You know what I'm saying? Admitted to that. And I believe she's gonna break down, cry, and issue an apology. But that ain't gonna stop Tory from owning her catalog and everything else she got.
It's gonna be 5-7 years from now. When everything kind of cools down, she gonna do a sit down 60 minutes.
The hate Tory got for what they thought he allegedly did, she won't get half that hate for railroading that band for saying he did something he didn't do. That's the world we live in.
Right. Ooh, that made my blood boil just
I'm ready for him to come home, man. I feel like all this inevitably protecting black women too almost cost him his life.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Speedy, because my boy Speedy from Hard Time Hustle, that's his brother, and he really took this hard. You know what I'm saying? And he's still taking it hard, because that's his brother. Like, he loved him to death. So shout out to my man Speedy. Yeah, every step of the way, Speedy been there. That's why all that talking about the people turned on him, it wasn't gonna happen. You had too many people in place that was there with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some real people behind those walls that was making sure things was good. But, when something high above you send a torpedo, and employed the mailman. You know what I'm saying?
How you get out the way.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't want to get into that, but a lot of people are saying it's Rock Nation, Rock Nation,
no,
Rock
ain't
Nation.
got nothing to do with Rock Nation. Rock Nation don't give a fuck about no case study. You know, Rock Nation, all they gonna do is go into damage control for their client. You know, for Rock, if you find Rock Nation guilty, then I'm guilty for showing up to Blueface trials. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their client. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so they didn't do nothing that what they supposed to do, not show up to support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the LA County case. You know, if they're saying Rock Nation got influence over the DA's office, then that's kind of a reach.
In closing, man, I'll say, man, you know, we're in a time now where black men are in trouble, man. They coming after brothers, man. We got to be careful out there. Like, we can see all of the stuff that's going on with these guys being accused of so many different things, man. We know that this woman lied. She went on the Gayle King show. She told a lie. You know, it's just a lot, man. And these women, they promote this image out to the world, and they have to keep this image, right? And so many women just jumped out the jet and just said that he was guilty, right? And Kelsey knew that she did. Now, I'll be very interested to see what happens with Kelsey if it comes out that Kelsey did it. We know that they had that guy Sean that was the witness. He saw certain things. We don't know what the DA said to him. So there's a lot of things that went on behind the scenes, and I think that the DA's office is going to handle this a certain way, because if they make this case law, it's going to open up a floodgate. You might have $1 billion lawsuit, right, from so many other people who may have had cases or who may have been railroaded by this district attorney. So this could potentially be a problem. And this is why they really didn't want to open it up, but it's gotten so far now. And it was when all this time and we haven't heard anything back from the DA's office. That right there lets me know that listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this and what y'all think about what Wack 100 was saying, man. Leave your comments in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.